Okay, hi again, welcome. Okay, everybody, welcome. We're back. It's time again for another art video. Okay, I'm opening up Krita now. Krita, I really like this software because it's very good. It's free and it's very good to use. It's good for art. It's good for animation. 2D frame animation. That is. Some people can't be bothered to can't really be bothered to do 2D frame animation, but I like to. I think it's good. Now in this video, please excuse me, I have a bit of a bad throat. In this video I'm going to be doing some more designs for characters. Okay, let me just take you back for a second to one of my previous images. This one. This is a rough one I've done earlier on. This is one of my... I've done quite a few pictures recently where I've been trying to design different characters, as I say, or practice just drawing the figure, the human figure. It's hard to draw both males and females. And this is a female character here. I'm trying to design a character for one of my new shows I'm working on, because I do a lot of animation, as I say. So now, because that particular one is not final as such, I'm just going to do some more designs now. Now, when you want to start off with a design for a character, there's different ways. Obviously, you can start off by doing, your stick figure. You can just do a circle, let's say, a start off point. Do that. Work out where the spine's going to be, whatever. Do your shoulders. Do that body part there with the rib cage. You can do it all like as they do, do your hips and all that. And you do your line across for the hips and then do that sort of shape. Go down, and work it all out. You can do it like tactically. Do some arms. Maybe, whatever, any way you want to. You might want to do the other areas first, It's going to be a female character. Oh yeah, let's just get those shapes right. Please excuse me joking around a lot, but I know what I like. So that's actually there. The middle of the centre of the body is a bit different, so that's on the front there, Belly button, you can imagine where the belly button sort of area is. The hips going in there, sharp bit there, it goes out, the hips come out like that. So this will be better, like wider, but you just got to rough it. I'm not the best at drawing the human figure, as I say, but please excuse those sounds in the background. But yeah, you can just imagine and do your legs or whatever. It's just a rough one, okay guys. Lines in from the shoulders, the neck up to there. You may want to do it a bit better than that, so like doing the chin in there and stuff, do a circle about there. I just did a rough one for this, okay, as I say guys. Just do things my own sort of way. Do a line across there, work out where that centre is. The ear's going to be about there. So it goes about like that, you see. And you can do like these kind of designs. So this is the shoulders. I'll just put this here, so the hands on the hips. Okay, yeah. We'll have this one up here, let's say, just, I don't know, just behind her head there. And you could have them like wider and that, if you want to do it a bit wider. The hips there. And as I say, you can do all this stuff. So I could do this really lightly, and then do a design. I think I will keep this just as a rough one, because it's something we can actually use for what I'm going to do. So I'll do this about here. The arms, as I say, you can work them in a bit more detailed as you go. You don't want to make them too muscly, or I don't, for female characters. Because there is such a thing as, the male and the female natural physique, body types, you know. Okay, so that's there, and yeah, then it's not perfect as I've done that. You can see there. I can do like another one as well. I could do. This character is going to be a fairly slim one, so I'm going to do a rough sort of shape, as I say. We're trying to design one particular character that I'm trying to design. See, I'm going to do. That's actually wrong. What I just did there, but still. Sometimes I work better this way. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I. See, I'm just doing a rough sort of oval shape this time. See, that's going to be about there. That's going to be on the other side. It's not a good shape at all. I might want to have the hips there. I might want to have them about that. I might want to have the this. I might want to have it like this way. You see, hips be wider. And just work different kinds of styles out. So I'm going to put the hands behind the head this time. This will be looking up, maybe in some kind of angle. See, it's not perfect, but it's like, and I'm just working it all out. So actually, where we got that there, now we're about there. So it's weird because it's ended up a similar kind of angle. I didn't really want to have it on that angle, but anyway, so you know, there's different ways you can do stuff. In fact, I want to rearrange that and do another one. So you can work with all these pieces, is what I'm saying. I can do this, see, really rough stuff. Just do this if I wish to, you know. See that? What the hell's that, you know? And, you know, got that right, Rich. What the hell's that? And I come here and I could just literally just do the piece. I can work them as like triangular sort of shapes if I wish to. Just imagining where the pieces are. Be there. Imagine where the breasts are, about there. You know, just trying to imagine this thing as a 3D, you know, shape, 3D character, you know, and then be about there. About there. This is here. I don't know what this character's doing exactly. Is it a fighting move? Is it what? I don't know. Just be about there. See, and then you can get some different designs that way. It's not perfect. You know, it's far from perfect, but I'm going to move those across a little bit. I'm going to use some of these as different designs. So I'm going to shrink this down. Kind of squished it a bit there as I did that. Okay, now I'm going to go to different things as well. Let me just move it to this side actually. Oh, excuse me, wrong layer. Always make sure you're on the right layers. So, you know, what else you can do is do different kinds of things. Like as I've said, like I could use like a silhouette type thing first. I could go in and do a scribble sketch. Just look within that. That's a random one, by the way. Or I could try to make it like more designed, like really imagine the position of the character. So the head could be here, filling it in. You see, I'm literally filling that shape in rather than being a hollowed circle. It's filled in. It's not even a perfect shape, but I can imagine my spot. The spine's going to be at that angle, crazy angle there. Hips about here. You know, that's there. The shoulders are there. It's giving it more body, more dynamic. See, hands here, so you can just about see the figure coming into play now. So you can imagine like it's in front of me like a silhouette. This is what I meant by silo sketch when I started this channel. Okay, it's like just something that I've found. See, like working with these kind of rough sketchy silhouettes and then drawing over the top of them. See, so you know what I'm going to do with this particular one is I'm going to let me see, duplicate that. Just erase a certain area here. Hold on. Erase these. Oh my goodness! What the hell did I just do? Erase them, and then move this one with this. change it a bit as well, maybe like that, maybe like that, or so, I don't even know. like that or something, I don't know. Maybe like that. It's more or less the same, but we're just having a different take on it. So turn it or something there. Okay. Just to give it some randomness, move this over. Well, actually, hang on. Change their size a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Getting a bit icky now, a bit iffy, isn't it? Getting icky, iffy. Let me just move this over. Oh my god, what the hell just happened? Going over here. How am I going to do this? Move that across. I just want to have two different ones, that's why I'm saying it. But what I'll do as well while I'm here is I'll just fill in those legs. God damn it. You see, so I'm really imagining where these are. And the funny thing is, we've got a different kind of position on each one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these for my secret experiment. No, I'm going to. I'm just doing the back of the leg there on that one. I'm going to use these and try and make some designs on top of them. Right. So I'm going to merge those down in one layer. Make them faint, very faint. And I'm going to go on top of those. I love drawing over these sketches. I call them dynamic. I don't know. They're very dynamic looking sketches. I like these. I've got a normal pen here now, slightly lowered opacity, and the on the what do you call it, layer. And I'm going to go in. And I'm going to just literally just start drawing the face. Now, I don't want to have a really long chin. That doesn't look very nice, you know. But you see how you can do it. See, so now these eyes would be better if they were bigger, I think, but we'll see what we can do, you know. I'm just doing a rough one here. I've got to imagine now the kind of clothes she's wearing, so as every man does. So you know, so I've got to imagine the kind of clothes she's wearing. I'm going to do this here. Her shoulders behind here. You know, okay, this is going to start about here. I'm going to actually draw these in right here. I've got to be careful. I can't make it come out too fast. See, that would be wrong. Even that shoulder there is looking a little bit iffy. And now the body could be about here, the elbow, the armpit, sorry. I've got to be careful now how I'm doing this, so you get the idea though, right? See, even this, I can like kind of turn it a bit. It's telling me I've got to turn it. I just turned it. I need to turn the whole thing there. Just kind of turned that part there, if you noticed. Fingers are always really hard to draw. But the funny thing is, I'm just following some crazy angles here. What are we getting? I'm just like trying to watch these scribbles and stuff here, and I'm coming up with some interesting looking shapes already. And yeah. And, it's alright, it's coming on alright. We're one of the best hands I've ever done. And that's going to be about there. And the body is going to be about here, see. The elbow is going to be in there. that should be behind. See, behind that, but whatever, you know. See, that should have really been behind there, as I say. So about there, I'd say. See, you see how you get these issues. So anyway, so that's gonna be about there. You know, the funny thing is, sometimes, for me at least, I feel that sometimes you know, sometimes pictures turn out better when I do them from a distance. Draw them draw them really small, like rough, really small sketches, like really rough scribbles, and turn them into shapes, turn them into the characters. I'll show you that in another, when I get a chance. Okay, again we're getting this same issue here with the hands again. I'm trying to quickly sneak a little hand in there. Oh yeah. And again, you know, to me this body, the whole body just looks kind of wrong, you know. Don't know if you can see that, what I'm saying there. Probably can. You know, knee about there, I don't know. Now what we have here though is just your average kind of a mess up, because I think the body should be about here and the head should be about here, you see. So but you know, I was going to do the hair over here or something like that, but I'm going to delete that whole thing because I wasn't digging it. I wasn't digging it. I'm going to go into another layer here and just do a rough one. Sometimes I'll do a scribble like this. You may think this is crazy, like what the hell is he doing now? Scribble on top of that even. You just try to visualise things. You're doing all kinds of shapes, see, just following the lines of what I already have. Randomised lines, you see, and even that is helping, you see, because I'm going to go on top of this and do a proper picture, you know. And you can see how just by a few different adjustments there, me adjusting that in a few different bits there, I can change the whole perspective and everything, like the angle, so the position and everything. See? And you can see how I'm trying to introduce some hair into that there. See? And it doesn't look like much now, but you'll see when I go on top. You know, let's say the hands are there. And doing these like little random shapes, you just can see everything a bit better. I don't know, it's a weird thing. See, I'm just doing these fingers like this. There's nothing. See, when I do it like that, do like one finger there. Maybe it's a middle finger. No. Okay, I could have this out like that, but I didn't want to. I will have it like that, just like that. That looks pretty good. Okay, do it that way. And then we'll fix up this boob area. Now I can see something else here happening. You know, put some stuff on there. Let's go. You know, you can put the hair longer if you wanted to. And then you see when I take that away now, you can see something going on. I bring that very low down now, or actually even from here, start just erasing certain things to reveal certain things, to give you more of a, to clean it up. I'm saying just to clean it up, so you can kind of get more of a visual of exactly where those eyes are going to go when we do the real one. Certain things you see, and yeah, you can see what parts you need and what parts you don't need for this whole thing. The body's going to be about there, you see. Belly button about a bit lower there. And it's kind of like designing itself. These clothes he's wearing, it's just like designing itself now already. I'll have some kind of thing there. Okay, and then you'll see what I mean. So if I bring this further down here now, if I go on another layer now, add another layer, you see. Now we can really start doing the business, you know. So I can go in here. Oh, another little trick I like to do, okay, I'll show you another funny little trick, okay. If I'm going to do eyes, sometimes I'll do this, I'll do like cartoony eyes. I could do this, you know, it could be like that, eyebrows like that, you know. And then, once I got that, I'll just go on top of it, and I'll do my usual eyes, and I'll just try to roughly follow that. So we're doing a quick practice one here. See, that's a wider one. This one could be like, it's not perfect, but you know what I mean. It's following that cartoony way. You see, we're able to get these the right kind of expressions. I'll put the pupils a little bit to the right there, but you still get the idea though, right? Wider if she's more surprised there. So then you could just work it out, you know. Put it from there, see, same, and you can get the kind of expressions you're looking for. So, roughly, at least, you have to work it. I'm just going to go for a rough one here and just make one. I'm going to do this character here. I wish I was going to. So I'm going to go on this side, make sure there's enough distance, don't have the eyes too close to each other or too far from each other. It's like an eye's distance between the two eyes. In between the space there should be a distance of about an eye's width, basically. That's what they say. Even though this is like an anime manga type character, it's the same as like real life in that area, in that regard. Sorry. Yeah, so don't have the necks too long, but at the same time don't have the necks too wide on female characters. So we're doing this little what do you call it, little ribbon. You can have some fun with women, can't you? Okay, anyway, yeah. Let's see. So there you go. Okay, so sometimes you work better when you're working fast, like more, you know, natural your lines. If you take too much, you spend too much time trying to get them right so perfectly, you end up like making a damn mess sometimes. You can erase things as you go. But sometimes if you rush again, that messes things up too. And again, you might notice that sometimes I use thicker lines. I keep adjusting it there. So I keep adjusting like the thickness of the lines for certain lines. Usually you want to have like thicker lines to show like certain distance, like things are closer to us, or like the outlines of things, like main shapes that stand up, and then all of the little details in between you'll use thinner lines. Another thing you want to notice, like on women, usually you're going to have, like, as I said, like shorter shoulders and wider hips. For men, it's wider shoulders and shorter hips. Usually, you're about the same, you know, like more boxy. You know, with women also, you know, you don't want to have really broad shoulders. You want to have them more smaller and rounder, you know, shoulders, if you can. Okay, so. Having some fun, I'm trying to like make sure I stay up to my with what I'm saying here as well, for myself in what I'm saying here. As I say, you can just keep erasing as you go, and erasing and fixing things as you go anyway. So. Okay, there we go. So that's that. Fixing things as you go. This is not a perfect one, obviously, but now this is going to be a good one though. We're going to have, this is going to be about here. Got to really imagine this arm now, where it is. Like, to me, that arm already is looking a little bit wrong. Is it like, so it looks a little bit too longer down. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually make this larger. See, I don't have to follow my exact sketch below this. I've just enlarged this because it looks okay. I don't want to erase it or start messing around with the sketch even below, the one below. I've widened it up a little bit too, by the way. And I'm going to fix this hair up a little bit too while we're here, making sure I'm on the right layer. Always make sure you're on the right layer. And it's just a design for a character here. This is not even what I wanted to do actually. I didn't want the character to look like this main character, but it's still a good start. It's a good practice character, I'll say that, by the look of it. So we're going to have those fingers. Okay, hand's going to be about there, thumb about there. I don't know what she's pointing for like that, I don't know. Oh, that's wrong, see, wrong perspective. I've got to have that perspective understood. I say I'm not the best at it, you know, I'm not, especially perspective, especially perspective. This here, I'm going to leave this one as, we'll see how we go. The body's going to be going in about there, belly button a little too high, belly button about there. These are all these little ribbons, like belts and things, we'll have about there, about there. This arm, again, looking a bit too, I don't know, something wrong with it. And you see how I'm just roughly following those lines now of the scribble that I did for the hands. You know, and this is a very rough one. I've done this really pretty ugly here, but I'm just trying to fix it up as I go, you know. Okay, it's coming on. Hand, that actually looks a little bit wrong. It's a bit too long there, like a sausage in her hand or something, you know. It's like, yeah, you gotta be careful the way you do shit upstairs. So there we go. So there we go, man. Far away, you wouldn't notice a thing. You wouldn't notice a thing. That's there. Body's very super thin there on the edge. Again, I'm also like even on here. See, I can like make this wider and stuff. Just following these little curves and things. Try to imagine that in a 3D there. Okay, like that. Okay. The leg, I'm going to move it slightly across over there. Do the knee. Do that again, remembering that three-dimensionalness about it, you know. Okay. You know what it is. So there we go. Belly button about there. There's one character there. Basic sketch for a character. It's not too bad, right? What I could slightly do, I think, is move the legs over a little bit. I'll give it a try. If things don't work out, we can always undo those steps, as I say. So moving that across over there slightly. Yeah, you can see what I mean. So if you don't feel too comfortable, you can use the mouse. I use the pen to do the art, as I say, but sometimes you might switch over to use the mouse for certain things. Again, just fixing up those lines a little bit that don't look too right, making sure you're on the right layer, because sometimes when you transform, as in move things around, different layers in Krita and various softwares, you'll realise that it takes you onto another layer after doing so you might end up drawing on the wrong layer. So make sure constantly that you're on the right layer by turning off and on the visibility, or as I say, looking where what layer is selected, you know. Yeah. Okay, so this arm, as I say, this arm here, we're gonna so I can do the back bit a bit there. Just fixing a few things up as we go. and I think what we can do is in a moment I'll have to stop this and we'll do some more details in another video, I think, about with other characters and stuff, but you can get the idea. So that's that. I think what we'll do is we'll stop this video right now, and I'll add colours and stuff in the next video to this particular one. Okay, so I want to say thank you for watching. I would not have been able to do this at least as well. It might not be that great, but it's like, you know, to this extent of detail, if it was if I didn't use those scribble sketches and stuff. And again, this finger is slightly too long, which makes the mind boggle. Okay, just adjust things as you go nicely. Okay, I'll say thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, and so will she.